Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. Dun, dun. It's a raccoon with a talk show slinging culture facts you might not know. From the biggest flops to the greatest hits, this is Trash Can Tidbits.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Trash Can Tidbits. Looks like I'm at the David Lawrence Convention Center this week where Anthrocon was supposed to be, and I got the whole place to myself. It's a bit too quiet in here, isn't it? I miss all you fuzzbutts. Anyway, last week I asked the question, true or false, Aretha Franklin is not lip-syncing in the Blues Brothers. The answer is false. During the filming of Franklin's musical sequence, she actually had a really hard time keeping up with the pre-recorded track, and it's pretty obvious that when you're watching her, during the parts where she's belting, she doesn't quite exert the same amount of energy as opposed to seeing her live. But they essentially cut together the takes that work best for her. Similarly, James Brown's music track was pre-recorded, but he was allowed to sing live on set otherwise. Now, with that out of the way, let's get started with fact number 1. Did you know that Yogi Bear's girlfriend, Cindy Bear, was supposed to appear in the live-action Yogi Bear movie? She was even going to be voiced by Christine Taylor, best known for playing Marcia Brady in the Brady Bunch movie, as well as being married to Ben Stiller. However, perhaps because the movie was a little too long to include a romantic subplot between her and Yogi, Cindy was taken out altogether. Yogi and Boo Boo would be the only talking bears in the whole movie. Fact 2. Did you know that Nintendo franchises F-Zero and Star Fox have references to each other's games? One of the playable characters in F-Zero GX is James McCloud, which is also the name of Fox McCloud's father in the Star Fox games. The characters even share a very similar look, but it's been confirmed by Nintendo that they are not the same character. Furthermore, one of the endings of the game Star Fox Command has Fox and Falco leaving Star Fox to become champion racers for the G-Zero Grand Prix, an obvious nod to F-Zero. Fact 3. Did you know that Dominic Monaghan, who played Charlie on Lost, patterned his performance as a recovering heroin addict on one of his Lord of the Rings co-stars? Monaghan also famously played the hobbit Merry in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and though he shared no scenes with Gollum, Andy Serkis modeled his hunger and craving for the One Ring on that of heroin addicts. Monaghan similarly channeled that into the scenes where his character Charlie is hooked on drugs. Fact 4. Did you know that James Marsden starred in 2 movies where he interacts with an animated character? And even more coincidentally, both movies were delayed too. He starred in Hop, which was famously delayed from theatrical release to DVD for almost a whole year, and he was also in Sonic the Hedgehog, which was also famously delayed for 6 months to fix the title character. Honestly though, Sonic's delay was much more worth it. Fact 5. Did you know that despite green being the color associated with the Grinch, he's actually not green in the original Dr. Seuss story? He's actually Snow White in the original book illustrations, and in no way is the color green used to describe him at all. The idea to make the Grinch green came from Chuck Jones when he adapted the story into the original animated cartoon. He pitched it to Dr. Seuss first, and he agreed with it, and the Grinch has been green ever since. Fact 6. Did you know that actress Linda Hunt is the only actress to win an Oscar for playing a biological man? Director Peter Weir cast Hunt to play photographer Billy Kwan in the 1982 drama The Year of Living Dangerously, starring Mel Gibson and Sigourney Weaver, where she won the Best Supporting Actress Oscar. Because of her diminutive size and strong presence, as well as her voice, she became the first, and so far only, actress to receive the distinction for playing a male character. Fact 7. Did you know that Fire Emblem became successful in the US not just because of Marth and Roy being playable characters in Super Smash Bros. Melee, but also because of the success of Advance Wars on the Game Boy Advance? Advance Wars has a very similar tactical gameplay style to Fire Emblem, and, like Fire Emblem, was first released in the US with a later installment in the series. The series in Japan is called Famicom Wars, and Fire Emblem: The Binding Blade for the Game Boy Advance was also the first game in that series to be released in the US. Arguably, Advance Wars is more popular in the US than it is in Japan, but the tactical gameplay of both series made them a hit in our country. Fact 8. Did you know that for the first Max Payne game for the PlayStation 2, The main developer of the game served as the in-game model for Max Payne. Sam Lake has been working for Remedy Entertainment since the company's beginnings, and also wrote the story for the game. However, because the budget was so low, they couldn't afford to hire actors, so Lake himself provided his face for Max Payne's model. The face has come to be known as the Constipated Grimace. Though he didn't do the same for Max Payne 2, Lake continues to work at Remedy to this day, even being a writer-director for all of their later games like Alan Wake, Quantum Break, and Control. Fact 9. Did you know that Johnny Depp was actually able to play Captain Jack Sparrow in only one video game? Most games that feature Sparrow or any other of Depp's characters have been voiced by sound-alikes. One notable example is voice acting veteran James Arnold Taylor, aka Ratchet from Ratchet & Clank and Obi-Wan Kenobi from Star Wars The Clone Wars, who voice matched him perfectly for Kingdom Hearts 2 and the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory video game. But the only time that Johnny Depp played Jack himself in a video game was in Pirates of the Caribbean: The Legend of Jack Sparrow for the PS2. It was a retelling of the first Pirates movie, as well as Jack's other exploits told by Sparrow himself, with exaggerations of course. Fact 10. Did you know that Clive Owen's cameo in the 2006 Pink Panther remake could be seen as a nod to the rumors that Owen himself was considered to play James Bond? In his quick cameo, Owen stops a crime dressed as Inspector Clouseau and disappears without a trace, allowing the inspector to take credit. Interestingly enough, Pierce Brosnan was actually considered for this cameo, but after leaving the role of Bond, his contract specifically states that he's not to appear on screen in a tuxedo for at least 5 years. And even more coincidentally, the Pink Panther came out the same year as Casino Royale, a hard-edged reboot of the James Bond franchise. And here's this week's trivia question. Comedy and movie legend George Burns experienced a career renaissance when he starred in The Sunshine Boys in 1975. Winning an Oscar for the role, he continued to appear in such hit films as the Oh God trilogy and Going in Style. He officially became the first older recipient to win an acting Oscar. My question to you is, how old was George Burns when he won Best Actor in a Supporting Role for The Sunshine Boys? And there we go for this week. Where do you think I should go for the next episode? Go ahead and comment below. And please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, share with your friends, and ring the bell for future video notifications. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.